Well, the downside of flexibility for you as an owner or an operator is that they can leave just as easy as you sign them up. So how do you accommodate a retention strategy within your design? So what I've seen work in a plethora of plans, including our own, is if you have key amenities within the floor plan that are just too good to give up, it protects you from losing customers purely because of pricing wars. And I'm not talking about, your right-sized meeting spaces, multi-purpose event space. Everyone's kind of got that stuff. Think about things that you can put in there that you can't get anywhere else, that are on trend. I think one personally are media rooms. So you had your podcast room from 3, 4, 5 years ago, and every space almost has a podcast studio now. But there's this new wave of corporate content, right? Not just podcasts, but people want to see who's talking. There's an element of authenticity attached to content creation, I think. And Goldman Sachs have pegged this business to hit $500 billion by 2030, right? So it's no small industry. And that's not just your TikTokers and your prank videos and all of that kind of crap. It's a lot of brands now creating content to get in front of their customer to humanize their brands, right? So you're even seeing a lot of, even on your LinkedIn feeds, like forget the clowns like me trying to do stuff, but you've got CEOs of like Blackstone, BlackRock trying to do corporate content and humanize themselves because they want to be speaking to their customer, be more trustworthy. So that's also like, I almost feel industry agnostic, that type of room, because everyone's trying to do content. And if you've got a media room within your space, I actually think they're going to be so popular, it's worth having two. I genuinely think so, right? Because you can also charge a premium on those rooms per hour. And if I've learned anything about content creation, it takes longer than you think. So it's not going to be like, I'll book it for an hour and we're good. Trust me. People are going to realize they're going to need like 2-3 hours minimum when they do content, when they book those rooms. So I think it's going to be a pretty good one. And the great thing about media rooms is, and case in point, I'm opposing a window right now because I'm just in my living room and natural light's pouring through. So it's very bright here, right? I probably look as white as a sheet. But in proper media rooms, you want no natural light whatsoever. You know, a lot of companies have spent a lot of money to block natural light. So here's a situation where for the first time ever in commercial real estate, the dark, shitty areas in your floor plan are actually highly valuable because you can put these media rooms there. So I know I've gone on a bit of a media room rant, but I think about what amenities are sticky for your tenant community or customer base within that area. It gets really interesting and easier when you're working in certain cities like Melbourne and suburbs, or you're surrounded by like a medtech community or a creative or a fashion community. You can start thinking about certain amenities to put in there that are useful for them. Design for retention. Hope that helps.